Let's talk about robotaxis, because you think that 2026 could actually be a big year for one of Tesla's biggest competitors, and that's Google's Waymo. So break down, why is 2026 going to be such a big year?
Starting off anecdotally, right? I was just in Austin, Texas for the holidays, and they are everywhere. Waymos are everywhere, dropping people off, picking people up.
People are using them, it's easy.
I must have seen about 100, and I saw one Tesla Robotaxi, right?
Oh, wow.
Now that's because
hundreds though. That's unlike what you're seeing here in the Northeast.
Yeah, well, not yet, right?
Yeah.
And then they've been in LA. I was in LA this past summer. They're all over LA. So they've really grown in the spots that they're actually operating, which is San Francisco, Phoenix, LA, Austin, and Atlanta, right? They're operating these areas without safety drivers. Completely, there's no one in the car. It's just an empty car driving around. So they're actually doing it, and they're charging for it, right? They're going to in 2026, they're going to expand to Miami, Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Orlando, with full service expected in the early 2026. And they're testing in Detroit, DC, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and St. Louis. Even New York City, London, and Tokyo, they're testing there. We'll see if that happens. But very deeply populated urban areas, that's really tough for, robotaxi. So that's happening. Now, by the numbers, right at the end of this year, Waymo was at 250,000 trips a week, right?
Wow.
They want to do, and 20 million for the entire time they've been operating. They want to do 1 million rides a week now by the end of the year.
That's
and the
huge.
next year. So that's
you think
4
they
times.
can do it?
I mean, if the deployments go well, now you mentioned, can they do it? That's a good question because they have to increase production of their cars. They're building their EVs with the Jaguar I-Paces and the Zeekr Chinese model. But that costs money, and they don't have Tesla's ability to just crank out cars, right? So that's a potential headwind. Secondly, what about regulations and safety? Sometimes some municipalities don't want to have that. Or you have a big sort of safety issue like Cruise did in San Francisco, and that just knocks them out of the game. So those are some of the headwinds that they're facing. But that aside, 2026 could be a big year for them.
Yeah, and you did mention in your story that's now on Yahoo Finance's site that Tesla operates its ride-hailing service with safety occupants still, and they're only in Austin and San Francisco, and that's since mid-2025. So it seems like even though there was so much excitement, especially around June for Tesla's robotaxis, it seems like they're behind the game compared to Google's Waymo. Yeah.
I mean, and the number of vehicles is actually pretty low too, right, compared to what Waymo's doing. Now Tesla says they're going to expand to Las Vegas. Nevada, and then also Phoenix. That's the next spots for them. And then people like Ives think that it's going to be 30 more markets by end of next year.
Wow.
I think that's overly optimistic because we haven't even heard of what the next markets are. They haven't even pulled a safety driver out of in Austin and San Francisco yet. So a lot of big ifs there, but of course that's sort of the big payoff if they actually do it.
Right, Wedbush's Dan Ives, always bullish on Tesla though. Pras, Subramanian, thanks so much for joining me in studio. Appreciate it.